welcome to the Biscuits and Blurays podcast, where we watch Blu-rays and the biscuit likes pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Host James and Jade, hello.
Hello.
We did Moulin Rouge last week.
We did.
And we watched them sing Spectacular, Spectacular. And from there, we've gone to Shrek-tacular, Shrek-tacular.
Somebody once told me.
What a good time. To be fair, I think of all the films that anyone says, oh, can you do that on the podcast? There's two that come to mind. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jonathan Wick.
That's from your work and purely from your work.
Absolutely, yeah. I work. And Shrek. Mm-hmm. Here we are. Welcome to the Shrek ones.
The Shrek?
Oh, it's the Shrek. Good times. Shrek is life, Shrek is love.
Oh, no. Do you know what? I was really late to the Shrek is life, Shrek is love videos.
But were you early to the cinema screen when you went to see it?
I went to see it in the opening weekend that it came out.
Uh-huh.
And it was busy.
I think I double billed. I think I'm dreaming that. I think I double billed Shrek and Chicken Run. Did they come out at the same time?
No, Chicken Run, I'm pretty sure came out before.
Because I remember...
I could be wrong.
I remember watching the activity of going to watch Shrek in the screen, but I don't remember getting there. But I remember going to see Chicken Run, but I don't remember watching the movie.
That's a nice story.
Sometimes memories work like that. Good times. Have you read the book?
I haven't.
Oh, that's not very Shrek-tacular of you.
It isn't, no.
I haven't either.
I see.
It is a book. Mm-hmm. Would you like me to show you what Shrek actually looks like?
I've seen some of the original concept art for him, and some of it was fucking terrifying.
Okay. I don't want to order it. I'm ordering it. Oh, I've just bought it. No.
Oh, it's coming.
This is a William Steig novel. Mm-hmm. I say novel. More like a kid's book, right?
Well, yeah. It doesn't matter. You can get novels for kids.
There he is.
Oh, my.
Now, what I'm showing to Jade right now is just a picture of Sir Shrek.
His head looks like the top of a condom, and his legs look like them weird, like licorice laces that you can buy.
But yeah. His boots are the same colour as his skin, which is really off-putting. But I don't think that's far from what we actually get.
I think the top part of it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean...
It shouldn't look like he's ribbed for our pleasure, though, boo.
Well, okay. Shrek was a nightmare to get off the ground, apparently.
Okay.
I know this for a fact.
Oh,
I was there.
Oh, wow. When you were 10.
Apparently. I was 10 years old and I was working at DreamWorks, and I went, you know what? You know, are you aware of the theory of chaos, the chaos theory?
Yes.
Where one thing happens and it just a chain reaction. There was a firing at Disney. This is around, I want to say, late 80s, early 90s.
It's quite well known, isn't it?
The Jeffrey Katzenberg stuff. And he decided to, fuck you then. Fuck you, Disney. Mickey Mouse Corporation. Ugh. And he said, okay, I'm going to make my own company. And with his friend, Spielberg, Steven Spielberg, made DreamWorks. And he made the DreamWorks.
He did indeed. I think out of the people that left Disney to go try and do their own thing, I think Don Bluth did try. Yeah. But he didn't do anywhere near as well as Shrek did.
Are you talking about Five Foot Goes West's own Don Bluth?
No one's fucking talking about that film.
You keep bringing it up in day-to-day conversation.
I really don't.
Because you're falling in love, surprisingly, with that fucking spider.
Oh, that spider's so cool.
Oh, they're flying. So yeah, Katzenberg, DreamWorks is set up. Have you seen the movie Ants? Yes. Did you like Ants?
I hated Ants.
I haven't seen Ants.
And I saw it fairly recently as well. When I say fairly recently, it was during the pandemic years. Okay. And I remember being completely unimpressed with it.
Were you more of a Bug's Life person?
No, I didn't like either film.
Are you joking?
I didn't like either
Bug's
of them.
Life's banging. I like it when Hollywood goes, okay, the same film, just do it again. Let's go.
I like the creature design. I thought it was cool.
On Ants?
Not Ants, no. Oh, okay. On A Bug's Life. I remember the McDonald's toys.
For Ants?
So keep bringing it back to Ants.
It's important. We need to talk about Ants.
So obviously they came out at the same time, but neither film really grabbed my attention.
That's fair. You're not a bug person.
Not particularly. Yeah. I had to stop you from killing one in the bedroom yesterday.
Yeah, because it was irritating.
It was just sat there.
Well, you're just sat there and you're irritating me.
Shut your mouth.
Anyway, so we had a lot of 2D animation before we went 3D. Mm-hmm. Prince of Egypt.
That's a banger.
Prince of Egypt.
It's a fucking banger, that is.
And Iron Giant.
Also a banger.
Good times? Okay. Mm-hmm. Then we took the leap into 3D animation with Ants with a Z. Mm-hmm. Now, apparently at DreamWorks, they were a company who like to punish their staff.
Right.
And in doing so, if you weren't performing well at your job or you've made some questionable choices, you were put on the B team.
Okay.
The B team were working on a little film, I don't know if you've heard of it, called Shrek.
Okay.
And I think the A team were working on... Not the A team. The
Mr. T's working on it.
Yes. Being punished for crimes they didn't commit. Anyway, the A team were working on like Prince of Egypt. I think. Along those lines.
Okay.
What a B team then?
To be fair, both films are banging.
Okay.
But for very different reasons.
Quick
and
review,
I love both.
Quick review on Prince of Egypt.
It's fucking great, that soundtrack slaps.
Better than Space Jam?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll never do it. I've never seen it.
Oh, you should see it.
And you know what? I've never seen The Road to El Dorado either.
Not as good.
What?
It isn't.
I don't know why I'm getting mad.
Just because you stick Elton John in it, don't mean it's good.
Lion King worked for Lion King. So DreamWorks, like the anti-Disney is what I'm saying. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
This is taking shots at Disney left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
I haven't read. We haven't read the book. So if you're here for a review of the book, we're not your people.
No.
I have seen this film more times than I think I've seen this film.
I'm the same. I think I've seen this more than I can count because it was always on at like Breakfast Club and stuff like that when I was at primary school.
Again, with your Breakfast Club. What was the other film you watched at Breakfast Club?
Hook.
Oh, Hook, that was it. Yeah, but you've never watched The Breakfast Club.
Why would I watch that at Breakfast Club as a kid? Is that in primary school? No.
I just think it's weird that you were all called The Breakfast Club and none of you went, let's slap that on instead.
No.
All right, fine. This is a movie that I've seen when teachers decide to put a video on. A lot.
Same. It was either this or Chicken Run at school that they used to slap on. Or Space Jam.
Hey!
And I always managed to fucking miss it.
Oh.
I either got the beginning or I got the end. Mainly the end.
Oh, so you get the good stuff.
So I used to get the end of Space Jam and I was never interested.
Well, strap in, because you'll watch it at some point.
I know, because of who I'm fucking married to.
Whee! But it was either Shrek or A Knight's Tale.
Okay, that's an unusual choice, but fair enough.
Knight's Tale's banging, what are you talking about?
Alright then, bye.
Slap a bit of Queen in there, you're having a good time.
It's not Shrek though, is it?
It ain't Shrek. There was a different design of Shrek, because they were trying to get this off the ground for a while. Michael Myers, are you a fan of him?
Yes.
Well, that's bad because he's a serial killer. Are you a fan of Mike Myers?
Shut up.
Yeah, I got you.
Both of them. They're both banging.
Mike Myers was not the original voice for Shrek.
Who was?
Chris Farley, are you aware of him?
Yes, I am indeed.
The guy from SNL shouts a lot. And this was the design for Shrek back in the day when Chris Farley was the voice artist.
Oh no.
Now, the thing is, you can still get test footage of it. I won't play it, but you should check it out. It's worth a watch. It
looks like it's too much. I know this is a cartoon, but it's almost too cartoony where it's going really abstract.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's over the top.
Right.
I feel like what we get with Shrek, I think there's a reason it works. And it's because he's an ugly guy, isn't he? Come on.
He's an ogre.
He's an ogre, but he's not terrible to look at, and you can still root for the character.
Smash or pass?
Everyone smashes Shrek, don't they?
Too right.
We like a dad bod here.
Oof! Anyway. So Mike Myers came in to do the voice after Chris Farley sadly passed away. And it didn't work. It wasn't gelling. It wasn't gelling for a while. Because Mike Myers was just doing it in his normal voice.
Yeah.
I can't even think what that voice would sound like.
No, because he does voices all the time, doesn't he?
Exactly, yeah. And at one point, I think he knew it wasn't working. And he was just like, let me try it. Let me do another thing. And just put a Scottish twang on. He descends from Scotland. That's why the accent's so good.
Yeah. And
history was made.
It was indeed.
Good times. Are you a fan of the cast?
I am a fan of the cast. I'll never forget watching the special features of this. They did you know how they do a featurette where the actors talk about the characters? They had done it as if the characters in Shrek, so Fiona, Donkey, were the actors talking about the role they were playing.
What do you mean?
It was really funny.
What do you mean?
So, for example, it's as if Fiona was the actor talking about the role.
Oh, okay. So they animated more than they were supposed to.
Yeah, and I was like, that was quite clever and quite witty. I remember thinking that was quite good. But no, I love Cameron Diaz in this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Cameron Diaz, fresh off the back of insert Cameron Diaz movie. There's something about, probably.
Charlie's Angels, I don't know.
The Sweetest Thing?
No, I think that was a bit later, maybe.
The Sweetest Thing?
I think that was like 2003.
Eddie Murphy, big fan?
I used to be a fan of him. I prefer him in these films than I do in other things I've seen him in.
You liked him when we watched Bowfinger that one time.
He was weird. It was a weird film, that.
I love that movie. Check out Bowfinger if you've not seen it. Big on stand-up. He grew up on, well, that's his bread and butter, stand-up comedy.
I feel like he's so quotable in this. He's also so quotable in Mulan. I know you don't like that film.
I don't like film.
But I think I probably quote Mushu more than I quote Donkey. But I love them both.
Okay. They're the same.
It's more or less Eddie Murphy playing himself.
Yeah. I think you can't not get Eddie Murphy and not expect him to do that stuff. That's what you get him for. Mm-hmm. Chris Rock's the same.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
John Lithgow. You were a fan of John Lithgow.
What else does he do?
He was in Third Rock from the Sun.
You know I've never seen that.
I know you've never seen it. I don't know that.
We had this conversation the other day when you tried putting it on.
I've never put on Third Rock from the Sun.
You tried.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You put something rock on. I don't know.
John Lithgow was in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. He played the dad. He's a big Broadway actor, big Broadway star.
Okay.
He's an icon, is what I'm saying. I love him.
Yay for the man I don't know who you are.
He's the villain.
Mr. Farquaad.
Now, because the B team in DreamWorks was working on this, they're getting away with so much.
Yeah.
Farquaad is obviously fuckwad. Right? How old were you when you realised that was the case?
Just now.
Great, okay.
Yep.
You know what? That's what this podcast is about. It's about learning.
It's about learning.
It's about Shrek sometimes.
The thing is, though, there's so many conspiracy theories about this film.
Yeah.
The amount of time I've been on Facebook and it's been like, the 10 things you didn't know about Shrek. Or the 10 hidden things. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
People get really into this.
I do. I get really into this. I brought some of those conspiracy theories up.
I know all the way through the film, James was like, do you know?
Did you know? Oh, the muffin.
He was either quoting it or he was giving me different theories or different facts. And it was like, why? I just want to watch the film.
You know how people watch Lord of the Rings and people go, oh, when he kicks the helmet and he's like, oh, Viggo Mortensen actually broke his toe. My equivalent of that is Cameron Diaz actually burped. She just had Pepsi and they were recording it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, great, cool. That's Cameron Diaz's real burp.
Well done, guys. Yay.
She's a gassy girl. Also, Mama Bear.
Yes, I think that's the one that probably turns up the most.
Yeah, because obviously, this is all fairy tales. Well,
yeah, it's all fairy tale characters. They feature really heavily in the story.
Could you name 5 of them off the top of your head?
Yeah.
That aren't the main characters, the side characters.
We see the wolf from the Little Red Riding Hood.
Correct.
We see Peter Pan.
Yes, we do.
Who else do we see? We see the 3 bears.
Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Yeah, we see Cinderella's in it, isn't she? Like, she's mainly at the end.
She's mentioned, yeah.
We get Monsieur Hood.
We'll talk about him later.
We get Snow White, we get the dwarves, because they're in the beginning being carted off, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. So, shots fired at Disney, because this is a lot of their earlier stuff.
Well, you say it's their stuff, it isn't.
It's public domain stuff.
It's public domain stuff, and I think they've been quite careful. Like, for example, the dwarves' design. They've not copied any of the Disney stuff.
Do you think they've been careful? I don't think they've been careful.
You don't?
I think if you were to look at those 7 dwarves, you could go, that's dark, that's sleepy, that's grumpy.
Do it.
No.
Because, like, for example, Cinderella and Snow White.
Snow White looks the same.
She doesn't, though. She's just got a bow in her hair. Like, they keep the costumes very different.
Right.
Like, Cinderella looks nothing like that character.
Mm.
Well, she doesn't, other than the fact she's blonde.
Mm.
So I think they've changed it just enough where...
Disney can't sue.
The closest I think they get to it, for me, is the Beauty and the Beast kind of vibe towards the end. When she changes.
Oh, yeah? Really?
That felt like a complete rip-off.
Okay. Right, fair dues. The Goldilocks and 3 bears, Mama Bear, they're all there, all 3 of them, caged up. Then later on we see Papa Bear and little Kitty Bear. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, Child Bear?
Baby Bear.
Baby Bear. Thank you. And we don't see Mama Bear. Where is she? Where could she possibly be?
Well, yeah, because we've seen them getting carted off in the crates at the beginning when they're being processed. And then when all the fairy tale characters are at Shrek's swamp later on in the day. It's so much alliteration.
Ooh!
Mama Bear's not there. And we
Yep.
see Baby Bear crying to his dad. I used to assume it's because he's upset because he's been moved there.
I always thought that.
I never clocked the fact she wasn't there.
She's killed.
As we later find out,
We later find out when Farquaad's made her into a rug. But then, if you dig deeper into this, and I'm pretty sure we're going to dig deep in this Shrek-tacular run of movies we're going to be watching, in Puss in Boots, the Mama Bear's back.
Mm-hmm.
So either that is a different bear, or they just forgot.
Or they might have tried to make people happy because it is that conspiracy theory we all know about, and obviously Puss in Boots was made so much later.
The only fairy tale thing I can't really think of is Talking Donkey.
Yeah, that seems more new.
Would it be a Pinocchio-esque thing? We spoke about
Maybe, because the little boys turn into the talking donkeys, don't they?
Which...
But then they lose their voice.
You can't not stop Eddie Murphy from talking.
No.
Yeah, we'd always... every now and then at school, they'd wheel in the Shrek stuff. And this is before the internet, so this is before memes were a thing. Why do you think this has got the cultural impact it has?
I think it's because, again, it was so quotable.
Mm-hmm.
The people used to do the onions have layers line. I think a lot of what Eddie Murphy said in this was completely quotable.
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if it was improv, either.
Yeah, I think some of the gingerbread man lines are.
Yeah.
People I had that many people that used to say the gumdrop buttons line.
Do you think it's because we were kids when we watched it?
Maybe.
And people our age tend to have children.
Mm-hmm.
And they've gone, this is a film we used to watch all the time.
Well, it's a family film. You can watch it all together. Like, it's a film I used to watch with my family.
Yeah.
Because some of the jokes are a little bit...
There's a scene where Farquaad's in his bedroom. This is when we see Mama Bear dead and whatever.
Yeah.
And he's clearly looking at a picture of Fiona because the music's playing. Mm-hmm. And he's like, again, show me again. That's my John Lithgow. Did you like it?
Very nice.
Thank you. And then the magic mirror makes this that winces.
Yeah.
And he puts it on again. He's
got his chest out. He's got a drink.
Yeah.
He's got the animal furs on his bed. It's all very tacky.
Is he having a naughty time?
I'd like to think he is.
You'd like to think he is.
I would, yeah.
Smash or pass, Lord Farquaad.
Oh, pass.
Pass?
Well, would you smash? Think about your answer.
I don't really have an answer.
Well, if you don't really have an answer, there's only one answer it could possibly be.
I know, and that's really upsetting.
You want to smash, don't you?
Oh, why not?
Babe.
What? Donkey? Pass.
Pass.
Fiona?
Smash.
Oh, smash.
Dragon.
Smash. Are we just going to play Smash or Pass for the rest of the episode? The principal actors never actually met each other.
Oh, just in sound booths all over the place.
Sound booths here, there and everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. They recorded the lines separately with a reader feeding them lines. John Lithgow later admitted that while he enjoyed playing Lord Farquaad, he was a little disappointed that he never actually worked directly with the other three.
Aww. But they didn't work directly with each other either.
Yeah, I know. But, John Lithgow said it out loud.
Yeah.
A big thing on this that makes it have the cultural impact it does is the soundtrack.
The soundtrack for this is absolutely slaps, and I think that's something everyone can agree on. And do you know what? The second soundtrack also fucking slaps, but we'll get to that one.
We start strong with All Star. Mm-hmm. First of all, shout out to the score on this as well, because the
score's great.
The score's beautiful. Don't DreamWorks use this in their logo now?
I think so, yeah. As they should.
Yeah, too right. All Star Smash Mouth. Banger. I think Smash Mouth's All Star was used in a different movie. Like the video for it is used in Mystery Men.
Okay.
The Ben Stiller movie.
No.
Okay, it's like an offcut Kick-Ass. Similar vibes, right? And because they're in the video, all those guys. So it was only a placeholder here.
Okay.
Until they could find a new song. The problem is that the producers decided to keep it. Because they decided they quite liked it.
And they were right to.
Absolutely.
It really does fit in. How many people think of this song and think of the other movie as opposed to Shrek? I always think of Shrek to this.
Yeah. Shrek received his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
As he fucking should.
Correct. The late Alan Rickman was the initial casting choice for Lord Farquaad. How do you feel about that?
That would have been good, to be fair, though.
No, I disagree. Can he do comedy, Rickman?
Well, some of the shrimp, some of the Snape stuff he does.
You just call him Shrimp?
Yeah.
Right.
It's quite funny.
However, he opted to portray Professor Shrimp in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone instead.
I like that. Yeah, I think some of the way, like when he slaps Harry and Ron, he's kind of the sass. He's got a bit of a sass to himself, which I quite like.
Yeah,
When he's trying to get them to read, but they keep talking about their prom dates.
I think he's... yeah.
But that's what he does all that without actually speaking at all. So who knows? But he was a talented guy. He probably could have brought something to the table.
Maybe.
But I'm glad we got what we got.
Correct. All-Star, Smash Mouth, we start strong. Mm-hmm. There's a song called Meditation. I don't know. On the Road Again.
Oh.
Because fucking...
Is that an official song that's in it, or is it just because he sings it?
Technically, well, it still counts in the credits because you have to pay royalties if you just mention the song. Okay. I have to do it now because we're talking about this. That's not true.
You're full of lies.
I'm full of lies. Bad Reputation, Joan Jett. Oh!
Banging.
Absolutely
that
banging.
That scene's great. Hit him with the chair!
I'm on my way by the Proclaimers, I'm on my way. Sorry, that's better. The Pina Colada song appears, but I don't think that is in the soundtrack.
That appears when we get Fiona on.
What's your bit of trivia on that?
It's Cameron Diaz's favourite song.
She likes getting caught in the rain?
And I'm drinking Pina Coladas.
Right, there you go.
She's not into yoga.
She's not into yoga.
She likes making love at midnight. Oh, that's a fucking banging song. Star-Lord will come a bit later and steal it.
Okay, cool. What are your favourites? And you were singing it, as soon as it appeared in the movie, you were singing it for the rest of the movie.
Was I?
Yes, you were. I don't think you knew you were doing it. And this is a problem that we've got now.
Okay.
My Beloved Monster by a little band called Eels.
When did I sing that?
You were singing it like twice afterwards. When they were getting married, you were singing My Beloved Monster.
No, I really wasn't.
You were? I promise you were.
You're making shit up.
I wouldn't ever do that.
You would.
Well, maybe I would. You Belong With, to me, that's probably good. The Best Years of Our Lives, I remember it from the soundtrack, not in the movie.
Is it in the credits?
I think it's in the credits.
And that's a fucking banging song as well.
And of course, Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Oh, that was when it was the first time that we kind of heard it, our generation, I think. Before the X Factor then decided to do their version of it. That was a fix, guys.
On the soundtrack, it's Rufus Wainwright, I believe.
It's not Mr. Buckley.
It's not Mr. Buckley, nor is it Leonard Cohen, just FYI.
Conan.
It's Conan O'Brien. yeah. It's a guy called John Cale. With a C, not a K.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping it'd be like a vegetable pun, but no.
A healthy boy.
I'm a believer. Again, Smash Mouth coming back. Mm-hmm. Why not? Fuck it. There is a song I do want to talk about that most people don't know in this, and it's the song "It Is You I Have Loved."
Okay.
Now I think I'm confusing this with a different song, so bear with me.
You're confusing it with Somebody to Love, Queen.
I think I'm... No.
Each morning I get up, I die a little. Can't barely stand on my feet.
No, I think I am. I think I am confusing it with a different song. And there was a song on the Irish X Factor. You know when they did those...
The Irish X Factor.
Irish X Factor... Or Irish Pop Idol. And there was a boy band and a girl band. It was when they were doing that.
That wasn't Irish. That was...
They did an Irish version.
Are you thinking of Pop Stars The Rivals?
I could be thinking of Pop Stars The Rivals in Ireland.
Why did you become Louis Walkshan? I was thinking about Pop Stars The Rivals.
I can't help it. Pop Stars The Rivals. Anyway, there's a song, and it's either from this, it's either from the second one, or it's from the fucking Pokemon movie. I don't know. But they were like, here's a song that I think you should do to release as your number one hit. And it was a song from either this, the Pokemon movie, or Shrek 2. And I can't remember if it's this.
That means nothing to me,
so
which makes me feel like you're making it.
I have to cover all bases and just assume it's this. I think it's that song.
Do you know what? Assuming makes an ass out of me and you.
Don't really know what to do with that. I've heard that before. You know how to spell. The villain, Farquaad.
Mr. Quad.
Mr. Quad. The Quaddy is what they call him, yeah. He's nasty.
Yeah, he is.
As villains go...
I mean, in that very first scene that we see him, and he's got the gingerbread man on a fucking torturing table.
Do you like him, though?
He's a villain that you can't help to like. Do you know what I mean? You can take the piss out of him.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of jokes aimed at him as well in it.
Do you think those jokes land? Because I never thought they did. I never laughed going, he's smaller than he should be.
Some of it was quite good. I was like, oh, that's good. But
okay.
It didn't make me LOL probably as hard as I could have done.
Oh, lots of love. Good times.
It didn't make me laugh as much as I could have done.
Oh, I imagine back in the day you were ruffling all over the place.
Ruffling all over the shop.
I want to talk about the script. I think the edge it has over many other animated movies is the script is fucking solid.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some bits of dialogue, particularly between Shrek and Donkey. It could be improv. I doubt it would be, because they've never met each other.
Mm-hmm.
But that's believable dialogue.
Do you think they missed out on opportunities because they were far away?
I think with Shrek and Donkey, yes, because those two are SNL alumni, so they would work well together anyway.
Yeah.
I think that would have had an electricity in the recording booth
Yeah.
that maybe Cameron Diaz wouldn't have had.
Maybe not, but I suppose this film, I'm guessing from what I know about the movie Biz, this is probably expensive to make, so if you're already animating quite heavily, you don't want your actors straying too far.
When a animated movie is happening, sometimes they record the voices quite early on in the process. I think Tom Hanks, when he was doing Toy Story, was like, sort of watched it evolve as he was recording it. They always call you back.
My favourite story about anyone doing a voice for an animated film is still James Woods. Just doing whatever the fuck he wanted for Hades.
From Hercules, right? Okay, yeah.
Someone to care for, to be there for. I have James Woods.
Ooh, piece of cake. Anyway, the scene between Shrek and Donkey where they're talking about onions and cake. Gold.
That's never impressed me, but it was very quotable.
However, I do think it's just well-written dialogue. The scene later on where it's just those two and they're looking at the stars.
That's really well written.
That's really well written. And I think credit to whoever wrote it that they brought their A game on those scenes. I do think the film takes a bit of a turn. I don't think it's as good in the second half as it is in the first half.
I know what you mean, because the love story starts to take over. We lose some of the fun that you get between Donkey and Shrek.
Yeah.
Because that starts to break down a little bit, quite naturally, because Donkey becomes the third wheel. Because the relationship between Fiona and Shrek evolves naturally.
Yeah.
But they want to spend more time together, and they're learning about each other, so he automatically takes the back seat, so we don't get as much, and the jokes we get from him seem quite cheap.
Is cheap the right word? But he's not really talking to anyone at that point.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's a bit cringe.
Yeah, they don't land as much. And there's not as much humour in the second half either.
No, it starts again, because once you start adding emotions like love into it, and you get the potential for heartbreak and unrequited love.
Oh, unrequited love. That's what this is about, right?
Well, he assumes it's going to be, and then it isn't. It all changes. But we get a scene in between all this, which is absolutely amazing.
That would be...
Monsieur Hood.
Right. Okay.
James doesn't like this scene, and I do.
Shrek's a masterpiece. We know that much. However, I was born in an...
Hold on. Hey, everyone, James was born.
I was born...
Hey, everyone, James was born.
Oh my god! I was born in and around Nottingham. So I don't have Nottinghamshire pride. However, when you fuck with my boy Robin Hood, you piss me off. Now, I don't know why that is. I don't know why that's ingrained in me.
You didn't care about Robin Hood until a few years ago, and even then, you only like him as a sexy fox.
I hate him as a sexy fox, thank you very much.
No, you fancy him as a sexy fox.
Touche. I think maybe it's because I watched Prince of Thieves a bit too early.
Or Russell Crowe.
God, no. This is what I mean. Like, stop casting people who aren't British or from Nottingham as Robin Hood. People in Nottingham don't like that. They definitely don't like it when you cast it as a French guy.
Do they, though, or do they just see it as being stupid?
I don't know. You said a very interesting point. Is Robin Hood in the public domain? He is a character in the public domain. Why is Robin Hood French in Shrek? So Robert Locksley, a.k.a. Robin Hood, thank you very much, was an Anglo-Norman nobleman who went to the...
Holy Wars.
The Crusades, yeah. Anglo-Normans were French speakers. I think that's where they've got it from.
Possibly. Also, around that time, Britain was always at war with France. So it's just a play on things. It doesn't have to be serious. It's a cartoon.
I appreciate this, but
it's funny.
When we went to Robin, what's it called? Fucking Sherwood Forest, big tree, big that.
The Major Oak.
Major Oak. There was a big wall of all the people who played Robin Hood in the past, and it's got people like Errol Flynn. It had Daffy Duck on there.
I have that picture on my phone.
Yeah.
Should we see if he's on it?
I don't think he is.
Should we have a look?
That's how much of an impact that's made in Nottingham.
The thing is, though, is it's not a movie about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
it's not his story.
But Daffy Duck was on there. The fox was on there, for God's sake.
Yeah, but were they cartoons that were specifically about Robin Hood?
I don't know.
Here we go, found it. To be fair, it's got the fucking Guy of Gisborne there for no reason.
Yeah, because it came back, didn't it?
Yeah, but why have you got him and the Sheriff of Nottingham? They're not Robin Hood.
There's the fox.
Why have we only got his head?
Sometimes that's all you need.
There's a big picture of Alan Rickman.
Which, correct. Yeah, Costner's not on there, guys.
But
just
there's no
FYI.
stills of...
But there's no Monsieur Hood. Have we, as Nottingham people, gone, okay, fuck that?
Well, interestingly, it says on here, the spirit of Robin Hood lives forever in Sherwood Forest and in the hearts of those who seek him. So it's his spirit, James. It's silly. Don't make this personal. And also, you can't lie, his little tune is fucking funny.
I've got no qualms with the tune. The tune is good. It's a banger. Arguably
what he
the best
says
song.
is he wants to get paid.
It just riles me up. It just riles me up.
Every time it's come on Facebook or when I think a few TikTok groups where people have done it and it's really funny.
Yeah, it's always...
James always goes, "Oh, but he's from England."
Yeah, exactly. It's from my area. Don't fuck with it.
He's a local lad.
Apparently, there's a cave in the village I grew up in called the Robin Hood Cave, where apparently he used to live every now and then.
Oh. He used to live everywhere, didn't he, around this area?
He gets a bad, doesn't he, old Hood?
You could name anything, the Robin Hood whatever, and make up a legend and say, "Oh yeah, he used to pee in my garden." Everyone would be like, "Oh my god."
He used to pee in my... He was a fox. Anyway.
He was indeed, so it could be.
Yeah. The Matrix references.
That ages it for me.
Do you think?
Yeah. I've never found the Matrix stuff funny, though. Whenever I've seen it in any movie.
Okay. I think this gets a pass because it came out the year after, maybe a couple of years after The Matrix. It was one of the first ones to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the kick.
I'm pretty sure, though, Cameron Diaz does something similar in Charlie's Angels.
Do you think it's taking a shot at that?
Maybe. Because obviously she was a main character. Was she Alex? No, she wasn't Alex.
She was Charlie.
No, she wasn't.
I don't know. I haven't seen
the Angels are Charlie's, like, what do you call it? Hitmen almost. They go out and do his bidding.
Ooh. Creatures of the
Good
night.
morning, Charlie.
Good morning, angels. That's how that show would go.
Charlie bit my finger.
Yes, Charlie bit my... Yes, the same Charlie.
It is the same Charlie.
Do you believe their love?
Yes.
Do you believe in life after love?
Do you believe
yeah.
love after love?
How Fiona and Shrek, in that one day, managed to form a bond that lasts 4 movies.
Well, it isn't. It's developing, isn't it, throughout that time that they're leaving the dragon.
It's one day.
It's not, because they spend 2 nights at least, don't they?
Okay, they rescue Fiona, and then they stop off, and they're like, "Oh, I've got to pop in here."
Yeah.
Right? That's day 1. Mm-hmm. Then we get them travelling again, after she's killed that bird.
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest jokes in the movie, FYI. And then she's like, "Oh, sunset," and then she goes into, maybe it's 2 days.
It is 2 days.
2 days is going to be the day when they're going to throw it back to you. That's what someone very famous
But then
said.
answer me an important question, James. How long did it take for you to fall in love with me?
2 seconds, my love. Oof!
All you did was kiss me and you fell straight in love, and now we're married.
Yep.
So actually, if they could spend 2 days together, I'm pretty sure it could happen. And it turns out they're very much the same people as well.
Oh yeah, they're built to last.
Yeah.
They burp all the time.
They burp, and they have that in common.
They fart in front of each other, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like they smell each other's farts.
Well, they're ogres.
Well, we see them do it in the second one.
What point?
When they accidentally in love.
Oh, yeah.
And they're in the hot
jacuzzi.
tubs, yeah, and they're both farting and they're laughing.
The action sequence in the castle with the dragon. Mm-hmm. I think that is one of the most exciting things.
It is good.
I've always thought that, though. Mm-hmm. Anytime it gets to that bit and the soundtrack has that sort of like drum beat at the back, I'm like, and I'm like, oh, in my veins, please. Good times. That's all I have to say about that.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
And I think I like the to and fro in as well, with Fiona trying to do her damsel in distress kind of princess narrative she feels like she has to spew out. And every time she's trying to be romantic and making it very storybook, Shrek is just completely blocking her.
I don't think he's blocking her.
Well, it is, because that's who he is, isn't he? He's not the romantic hero, and I quite like that.
He's like, we've got to go now.
And she keeps trying, she's like, please take this handkerchief. And he's like, oh, cheers. And he
wipes his face.
And he gives it back. She's like, oh, you can keep that.
I never liked the line, I have helmet hair. That joke's never liked, because he doesn't have hair.
Did you get helmet hair during the producers?
When we did a production of the producers, I have to give some context to that question. I wore a helmet the entire time.
Did you get that? That's my question. Did you get helmet hair?
No, but during the dress rehearsal and stuff, the helmet fit. I had a head of hair like I do now, and I was like, "Yeah, helmet's fine. Good times. I'm gonna go for a haircut." Went for a haircut. Opening day of that show, and the helmet was wobbly as shit. So no, it didn't fit properly, and that's why I took it off for the bows. If I was doing the bows properly with a full head of hair, fine. The hair was helping, if anything.
So did you have helmet hair?
I had helmet hair.
See, wasn't unusual.
Yeah, but he hasn't got any hair.
No, because he goes out in the sun, he starts sprouting little white hairs.
Do you think he has little hairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Sure. There is a musical of this. It's on the cards for us potentially.
Yeah, with our theatre group. Fingers crossed.
Hello, everyone. If you are listening.
Yay! Fingers crossed.
We watched the musical.
We have.
And with the musical, you have to take some.
You have to take some liberties because you're changing medium. So some of the things that work in a movie, they don't quite fit on stage. You have to sometimes change the story around to match some of those changes as well.
You have to please everyone. Really.
Yeah.
Robin Hood's not in that. Just dropping that in there.
I don't even remember. I've not seen it as many times as you though. You're obsessed with it.
I'm not obsessed with it. I like it. I think the musical's quite good in adapting this story.
Yeah.
But it is just the first movie. Shrek 2, the musical.
Oh, I'd be living for that.
That would potentially be better. Because the second one is better, just FYI.
The second one is up there for one of the best sequels ever.
Yeah. I think people sort of assume that musical has this soundtrack. Like, it opens with All Star and you do all the stuff.
It doesn't, guys.
It doesn't. It's just a musical.
I remember, I think it was... Legally Blonde, or it might have been Sister Act, where I assumed that it was going to be kind of a play-by-play of the movie when I was quite young, and then my mum came back from seeing it. She showed me the program. I remember reading through it, thinking, none of these are the fucking songs that I've been accustomed to seeing. So I'm glad I didn't see it, but I do need to see Sister Act just so at least I can tick it off my bucket list.
Yeah, fair news. Yeah.
But this is the same. The only song you'll get from the show
is "I'm a Believer."
Sorry, from the movies. Yeah, I'm a Believer.
Yeah, when Shrek came out, this is how much of a game changer this film is. When it came out in whenever it was, there was no Best Animated Feature category at the Oscars.
That surprises me because Disney had some amazing movies like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, Beauty and the Beast was up for
Best Picture.
Best Picture, yeah.
It lost.
But if we'd have had a
To
separate
Silence of the
category,
Lambs.
then it would have won. Why are you doing that?
To Silence of the Lambs. This is me as a lamb. Look how quiet I am. Yeah, but do you find... I think it's weird that of all the animated films that have come before, there's been a lot of them. Fucking Toy Story is one of them.
Yeah.
Bug's Life. Ants. So many more.
Shut up.
Do you think this is deserving of that first?
Yeah. Because in animation had always kind of really been 2D. Some of the 3D stuff we'd had hadn't been the best.
No.
This completely changed everything.
Oh god, yeah.
Because you've got a great story, great soundtrack, great characters... And the animation was just completely out of this world.
But you had that...
But Disney must have been so fucked off.
Yeah.
Thinking, we've brought out some fucking amazing stuff.
Look at our back catalogue of stuff, and now we've got Pixar. Look at all that. And DreamWorks, who are ex-Disney, have gone, yeah.
Yeah, we've got Shrek and we're going to win this Oscar.
Watch us win. I think Chicken Run is also best... DreamWorks.
Is it? I don't know. Let me have a look.
I'm pretty sure it is. Because I can see the opening to that in my head.
Oh, yeah.
This is Shrek. Shrek-tacular. Perfect movie?
No, but it's very close.
Why not? What was dragging it down for you?
Again, I think there's some slower bits in here. And I think it can't be perfect because I feel like the second one is.
Essentially, we are on a roller coaster because we've just got on this Shrek roller coaster.
Yeah.
We're on our way up. We're going to hit the peak soon with Shrek 2, and then we're going to dip.
For example, if my Letterboxd review will give this 4.5 stars.
And you'll give Shrek 2 5.
Shrek 2 will be 5. Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then Shrek 3 will be like 3.
Oh, and then Shrek 4?
Probably about 2.
Do you not like Shrek 4?
No.
Really?
Never liked Shrek 4. But again, I've only seen it once.
I think you'll get a new appreciation for it.
I'm going to give it my full attention, see if I get a new appreciation. But I didn't like all the ogre stuff. I thought it was boring.
Okay, that's interesting. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I like Rumpelstiltskin though. He was a boy.
He's my boy. But yeah, Shrek's a banger. Were you like us when you were kids? Did you watch this on VHS back in the day?
All the time.
Instead of bringing it out like trolley with the telly on.
Oh, it was such an exciting time when that trolley came in. You'd be like, fucking yes!
Apparently now, sort of teachers that we know and are friends with, they've gone, when we do that, we're hungover.
Yeah.
And now I just can't... Like, I watched quite a lot of VHS tapes when we were at school. I think I took my Shrek in. I think I watched my...
I bought in Rocky 4.
You bought in Rocky 4? Why?
I bought in Rocky 4 and we watched it in art.
In art?
I think it's a PG. So they were like, yeah, let's stick it on.
So you watched Rocky 4?
Yeah, people enjoyed it.
Oh, okay, great. That's unique.
Yeah, I'm weird.
Yeah. But yeah, Shrek is perfect movie. Perfect movie, good times?
It's not perfect, but it's up there.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's as good as the second.
You're wrong. The second one's the best.
The problem is, I hadn't watched Shrek since maybe about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. In its entirety, the first one. And I think, yeah, it holds up.
It does hold up. The thing is I have a niece and a nephew who are very young. Mm-hmm. So I've seen this more times than I can tell you. Again, one of my flexes is I can probably tell you every line to this film. And what's even worse is that you can as well.
Yeah.
So we were both doing it all the way through this film. And we still do it.
And I didn't know it was built into my DNA, but apparently it just seeped in there.
But we talk about this film regularly. Even when it comes up on Facebook, we'll tag each other in something with a quote.
For Shrek?
Yeah, because Jake, shout out to Claws and Web Productions, he actually started, he was laughing about it. It was like, LOL, you guys need to get a life.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. But yeah, started off pretty strong on this Shrek-tacular adventure.
Oh, it's going to go up and then it's going to go down, guys. Just saying.
Yeah. Watch us lose momentum in that one. I think we should carry on season 4 until we hit a banger after Shrek 2.
Maybe. Is there bangers in season 4?
This is season 4.
Yeah, is there any bangers in season 4?
But this is season 4.
Yeah, but is there any bangers?
What do you mean?
Afterwards, because we need to...
No, this is we're closing with Shrek. Season 4.
We?
Yeah.
I never know what season we're on anymore. It's just a blur. I just turn up.
All you do is just bring your little stool in, you sit there, and by the way, if you hear a thud, it's Jade just tapping her restless leg.
My restless leg just slapping the desk.
Yeah.
And also, I have to bring my own little beauty stool in because James never fucking brings it in. He's not a gentleman.
I have to carry in everything.
Why are you sat like a T-Rex?
A Silence of the Lamb.
I don't know. You're not. You're doing your best T-Rex impression.
Rawr.
Very Mr. Burns.
Smither. Yeah, it is a bit. Anyway, we'll leave you to it. Come back to us next week, Shrek 2. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.